Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about a ton of Asian beauty and how this look will come about. So let's talk about new Asian beauty. Get ready with me. I am excited. Listen, I ordered all of this on YesStyle, so if you want to like add any of this to your collection, I do have a code. You don't need to use my code, use any code that will work. Just like save a little bit of money. We have like almost a full face of makeup. We have eyeshadows, different ones. The only thing we don't have is like eyebrows as well as concealer. So we're starting with an almost like clean face, if you will, but we do have foundation, bronzer or contour. We have blushes, highlighters, and again lip products. So let's jump right in with me and almost not done face. So let's start this. I am so excited to play with new makeup, all of them again Asian beauty, and as you can tell, yes, this is like ringing. It is perfection. I am so excited to play with this. So let's start. I did already do my brows as well as concealer because we don't have any of that. Next step would be foundation, and I have to say I'm so excited because I do wanted to try the MISSHA BB-Crème for like years now, and it is really hard to come by number 13. And this is the lightest shade, so I'm hoping this will work on me. We'll find out together. Let's jump right in to foundation. Of course, I did not try that yet. I don't know if number 13 is even light enough. I am hoping it is. I'm guessing it's not. I don't know. Like last time I checked the... Oh, that's not looking bad though. Let's try that. Again. Woo, there went my beauty sponge. Ooh, that is like promising. I feel like a ton of times you see like number 21, number 23, and listen, I'm pale as a ghost. Those numbers is not going to cut it, so seeing if this is also the right undertone, because I am a neutral undertone, and I've heard like that this is more of a grayish base kind of foundation, which could work or not. I feel like today is one of those days where like everything is like falling down, like is gone. That's me today. I'm not sure how that worked, but totally me today. Okay, listen, this is my favorite way to apply any kind of foundation, tint, or whatever. It's with a beauty blender, or in this case, it's the Paw Paw sponge. I do enjoy that with the beauty blender or a damp sponge, you can like shear out the product, but also like bring in coverage if you want to, you know what I mean? I don't think, or in my case, normally, to be honest, and yes, I lay it on thick today. In my case, to be honest, I normally overdo it with foundation when I go in with a brush. Definitely buildable, because I do have like some redness around my cheek area. It's, to be honest, a really nice color. Like, look at this. Can you tell? Spot on. Ooh, I like that. I do like that. Let's see. It looks beautiful on the skin. So this, by the way, is the MISSHA BB-Crème. Again, this is the Perfect Cover BB-Crème. It has SPF 42, which, interesting fact. So it gives like additional SPF, which of course you should not rely on this one because the amount of product I've used is not enough to give you like full protection for UVA and UVB base. Just saying. It's a multi-functional BB cream, features UVA and UVB protection, brightens and wrinkle care, benefits, and high coverage. I wouldn't say high coverage, but again, I'm using a sponge, which I do enjoy more. But it looks really amazing. Really good. I do think still I can see here some redness as well as here in that area. So it's not like full coverage. I mean, yes, you could probably build it up to that, but I'm not in the need of that. I will also like just put a little bit underneath my eyes as well. Listen, I'm old and I don't sleep enough. I don't drink enough. So we're good with that. Let's come to the next product. This one, so far, yes. Next step would be cream contour, cream bronzer. I picked up the FOCALLURE cream contour. Be sure that it says contour. Contour. Listen, I don't even know. This is the lightest shade. This is the Easy Apply Contouring Cream. It's in BR01. And I think this one was the more cool-tone one. Have that in mind when I show you the product. Not sure if this is really a contour. I think for me, I more think this is a bronzer, to be honest. Let's swatch. Ooh, okay, it's pigmented. But again, this is more of a bronzer. This is not a contour. I can show you. Let me put on or show you the contouring I'm using. As a contour, I am absolutely loving the Judy Doll contour. This one is the cream. This is the palette where you do have two contours. Again, this is the one I am using, and let me swatch both of them, and you can tell. Absolutely love these. You can tell, or can you? This is like the contour I am wearing. This is the contour I prefer to wear as well. Like, this is more of a bronzer, I would say, but we will try it. Listen, we will try it. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of applying it right to my face, so I will just use a small brush and then like stipple a little bit on here. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest, to apply also like going a little bit here. I'm not the biggest fan to apply those kinds of product right like in stick on my face. I feel like that sometimes, first of all, can get like really kind of streaky, but also I feel like I'm melting a little bit of the product if it is emollient on my hand before that. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I feel like this one is a little bit safer for me. And yes, definitely more of a, I'm blending a little bit into my brush. Just using also a little bit of the already applied product. And just apply that. And again, this is way more warm toned. I feel like if you are deeper than me, they could probably use this more as a contour. First of all, it is beautiful, but definitely more of a bronzing product. Do you enjoy it though as a bronzer? Did not like skip or something like this. Just like giving us here a little bit, just a little bit of warmth all over. But yeah, definitely more warm tone than I was expecting. And I feel like there were like two or three colors max. And again, this one was the most cool tone, at least from the pictures, as I'm like ordered it. So this is beautiful. Definitely though, not a contour. So this definitely is way more warm toned. And the bronzer for me, again, beautiful bronzer, but not a contour. Next step for me would be blush, which I did order two. I did order liquid as well as the bronzer, so we're good to go. This one is the Hold Life cheek color, and this one is in H06. This is the Little Mind Watery Liquid Blusher. And again, I thought this would be amazing. Like, look at this color, beautiful. And also the packaging is super damn cute. Reminded me a little bit of ColourPop, so I was like, listen, why not? Yeah, remind me a bit of a Rare Beauty. Ooh, I love the color. That is stunning. I'm just going listen, for these kinds of product, I don't have a problem with going in from the applicator, but I just don't enjoy this with stick products. Ooh, that color is stunning. I'm hoping this, let's just put it back, that this is blending beautifully. Definitely way more orangey than it looked in the like actual like product itself. Like, look at this. This is the color you see. This is the color it is. Stunning. I absolutely love it. I will just use a little bit of this on the brush and apply that on the other side. Ooh, this is so pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. I do think this is a beautiful color. You definitely don't need a ton of product, just saying, which that's fine by me. Again, I would compare these like pigmentation wise to the Rare Beauty. Like, look at this. Also, it's not flat matte, just saying. Let me... Definitely did move a little bit of the foundation, at least on that side. This one it does not. So we'll find a way, but I feel like this is so pretty. Like, look at this. Also, again, beautiful color. Did not expect it to be that like orangey or warm toned, which I'm falling in. Love that. Can do that all night long. So this is kind of cute. Let's go to highlight. Technically, I have several highlights in here because I did order the MAFFICK ones, which these are like, I think, Monochrome highlights. I won't use them for my highlight though. I will use them for my eyeshadow, at least that's the plan. I do have though 2 highlighters I do want to try so badly. One is the Glint stick highlighter. This one listen, I wanted to use so badly. This is number 2. It's Milky Moon, and I mean, you can tell why I wanted to try this. Let me try to use this. Watch this. I did not indeed touch these. Listen, I'm a little bit torn about the kind of like highlighting sticks that like are like bombs, to be honest, because so far they disappoint every single time. So I'm hoping that this one, like, it's not doing and disrupting my foundation. I'm just using a little bit and patting that on top of the, can you tell? On top of the liquid highlighter. I feel like it has a little bit of color, or maybe I'm just, I don't even know, trying to show you. I don't feel like it has color though. Do you see something? Oh, here, I think. Can you tell? It's really lightweight. Okay, let me try to use that from the applicator. I don't feel like it does a thing. It's just like, can you tell? Like, does it do a thing? Am I wrong here? Is it doing a thing? I feel like it should. Isn't it doing a thing? Can you tell? This is the product itself. This is the blush. This is the product. Listen, let me try to put that on like this. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of applying product directly to the skin. First of all, because it picks up product. But I do have to say, in comparison to the L'Oreal as well as the Essence, this one did not pick up the blush. At least not so much that it like shows. Yes, of course, there's a little bit of blush here. I hate if they do that, like pick up the product underneath, you know what I mean? I don't think it did. Okay, we'll see about that. Need to try this, of course, more, but so far it is really subtle. It's more of those glass skin products, which again, I don't mind as long as it works and not like the L'Oreal one, which when you use that, like the whole blush is gone afterwards. So we'll see about that. Let me powder a little bit and then we go back to like powder products. I did tone down the highlight a little bit. I feel like you can still see it a little bit, but not too much. Let's go with powder blushes. I don't have like a powder bronzer or something. I did not order. I did order though a powder blush as well as a powder highlight. So we're going with this. This one is by Xixi. XYXY. Love is with you. This is color 1. It's my Treasure Myself blush palette, which again, none of these are really palettes. They're all like single shades. And this is number 3. So I do appreciate that. Listen, on the back side we do have 2 dates. One probably the one where it's made, and one it's where it's like technically gone, which sure. We also had a little sleeve here. I do enjoy that. So this is again a similar kind of shade. I do love these kinds of shades. I am having like a bigger fluffier brush, so we go there. Again, this is number 3. I not sure why the pen is this small, to be honest. Like, look at this. It's like as big as my eye, which again, my eyes are small. So not the biggest fan of that, but I mean, we're just getting in there, hopefully coating the brush. We'll see about that. Ooh, okay. This is way more like, okay. By the way, yes, the brush was clean. Okay, definitely is like, look at this. Pigmented, that is amazing. Definitely a little bit more warmer than I thought it would be. I do enjoy that. I do love these. Oof, I love the blushes. Yes, it's a yes. Yes, definitely is a little bit more warm tone than it looks like. See that? I know. It's like, can you tell? Like in the pan, it does look a little bit more neutral to cool tone, I would almost say. But if you like swatch it, you can tell there's a little bit of a sheen, like a more peachy sheen, which again, perfect for the blush. I do enjoy that one. Ooh, so far, I'm not mad about it. By the way, the powder I was using is by Peripera. So this is one of the, like, I'm not even sure. It's an oil capture priming powder. And this is in collaboration with some Maltese thing. I'm not sure. I absolutely love the Maltese. So I had one when I was younger. So we'll go with that. Let's go with powder highlight. This one is by, listen. This one is by Original Artist, and this one is the line highlighting powder. This one is in 01. And this one is indeed like imprint with lion. It is so damn pretty. I have to say, like Asian beauty and packaging, I mean, it is gorgeous. Should I have gone with a deeper shade though? Probably. I sometimes I'm like, listen, but I am pale. But sometimes I'm like, listen, maybe a frosty highlight is not the best choice to like go in that direction. It's the same, but beautiful. Like, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It is stunning. So let's do this. So let's go there. A little bit, to be honest, at some point you're like over the thing that it's like gone, destroying the pattern, but on the other hand, this is like imprinted quite well into the product itself. So okay, not bad. Is it a little bit too frosty for me? Maybe, but it's beautiful. Just work it in a little bit. Like, look at this. It's really, really pretty. Should I have gone with the more goldy shade? Maybe. But if you're like even lighter or paler than me, this could be really nice. There are also, I think, 3 colors in total. There was, I think, a gold shade, which I normally don't pick up because I'm like, listen, what if the gold shade is too gold or too like deep for me? Yes, I do have problems with that. And then we do have, I think, a rose gold shade as well. This, by the way, is really, really pretty. Like, look at this. It's a gorgeous color. Would I use this with a more fluffy brush? Probably, but really, really pretty. Amazing. Let's do lips next, because I feel like we will then go to we will then go to eyes. And listen, eyes are a thing. I feel like we have a ton to talk about. I picked up the, this is Gege Bear, and this is, I'm not even sure, some kind of a lip product. I tried to link all the lip products down below. And this one is a little bunny. I love bunnies. This is also a key charm. So if you are finished with a product or you just love to like use this on the go, this is amazing because you can just like put it on your key, on your purse. I'm not the biggest fan of this one though, because listen, I have 3 cats. If I like do that, I have 3 cats here in my room, which sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. So that's a little bit of a problem here, but I think this is damn cute. Again, Essence is releasing a similar product at the moment in stores with the gloss, so I love the shape. I love bunnies. I also love that this is just a black bunny. You can definitely, like, again, it's like a charm. You can put this onto. I feel like the charm itself is a little bit cheap, but I mean, this is Gege Bear. Gege Bear is indeed cheap, so, or a cheaper brand. So let's decapitate the bunny. Just saying. And to be honest, with the ears, it's not that bad to hold this. Just again, not the extent of the, like, the thing here. I can't remember by the life of me if this is a gloss or a liquid lip. I think it's... Did she ask us that? I did order them some time ago because like it fits to the rest of this, but it's not really flattering. You can definitely tell. It's clinging to every dry patch I have, which I do have done. Trying to shear that out a little bit. Okay, this one is not my favorite product. I mean, I'm doing the Asian beauty trend with the more ombre lips, but it's not on purpose. I'm not feeling it. Do you feel it? I'm not feeling it. This is a really, like, it's sheer to an extent, which again, for a like a gloss that could be nice, but it's also like clinging, as you can tell, to the dry patches on my skin, which I do have. So this one is the first product I'm not excited about, and I don't think this is a, like, the color itself, by the way, is number 3. The color itself is not bad. We will let that sit a little bit and marinate in hopes that it maybe like get better. It's not my favorite. First of all, the color, yes, is pretty, but again, clingy, too sheer or not sheer enough. It is one of the two, and it's like in between that. Not my favorite. Well, again, let's marinate that. Let's come to the eyes, and I will scoot you in a little bit closer. As you can tell, it's clinging to every single like thing on my lip. Not going to lie, don't like this. By the way, yes, it is staining, which that is a good thing, but other than this, not my fave. So let's go to the Beauty Glazed palette. This one is an Spring Faves, by the way, and this one is a beautiful like rainbow palette. To be honest, I didn't have one of these in quite some time, and I'm happy about this. I think these colors are really, really pretty. The only thing, listen, I will not swatch every single one of them. There will be not a swatch thing, but I think listen, they do have names. I would think start with Plum, and then we go from there. I do want to do a really, really nice and colorful look. There will be no shimmers today in my look because I do have the MAFFICK like shadows, and I do have a few of them, so we want to try that as well. But yeah, we will go in with the matte shades here, and then we will go from there. And this is not one of those where you like just plum that it, but yeah, let's do Plum first and go from the deepest to lighter shades. It's not that, like, listen, this is not the most like expensive palette. I feel like I paid 17 euros for this, so it's not like the most expensive one, but I feel like this could be cute, so let's do this. By the way, I've picked it up in a 13 mini. These can go in two different directions. First of all, the regular like Asian Beauty, where it's like almost not pigmented, or it could be the other way around, where it's like beautifully pigmented. So we will find out if this is one or two. This looks really, really promising. The only thing I have to say I am missing in the palette are deeper shades, because this one is the deepest shade, and as you can tell, it's not that deep. That's what she said. There are though a ton of mid shades, also not a ton of like pastel colors, like really, really light colors. So we'll see about that. If you hear like background noises, that's the cat. Because of course the ringing of that toy is like bringing us all the cats to the yard. Just saying, all the cats to the yard. This one is pretty. Again, not as deep as it is in the pan. We'll work with that. But it's definitely a beautiful color. So let's do the next one. So many colors to choose from. Let's go with Peony, which I think is the pink, to blend out the purple. And then we go into more cooler tones in the inner corner. Because listen, do want to. Just saying. I feel like these ones are a little bit softer than they look. Like this looked like a really bright pink. And it is, to be honest, it is a really bright pink, but it's also a little bit more sheer. You know what I mean? It's not too pigmented, which can be good or bad depending on what you prefer and what you like. That's not bad. And because I do want to get a little bit of warmth on the outer corner, I will use Sunset, which is this kind of a peachy orangey shade, to blend out the pink. And I will use the EU2 by Singe and just grab a little bit of that. And then we will just, again, blend the edge with that. You can also use like a more, one of the lighter pinks to do that. And again, these colors are really, really pretty, but also kind of soft. It's not too pigmented, which again, something I did expect from an Asian Beauty palette, just saying. I want to use Pool, which is one of the teal shades. Listen, there are a ton of shades that look quite similar-ish, to be honest. And I do need more space in my vanity. I will use the Refer 13. I pick up some Pearl. And we will go in like the more, like this. Maybe it's a little bit lighter to like go there, but I also wanted to add the mint in a thing. So like this. Again, the colors seem to be way more soft than you see it in the pans. Let's do Lime next, which is again the green. This one here, which has a little bit of a blue-ish part in there. This is a big palette, I'm just saying. So let's do this. This one is going on a Singe EO4. We will just place that right next to that shade and also blend it a little bit into like the other peachy shade. Again, a little bit softer than you may expect this, but definitely has some color to it. But again, not as pigmented as you may expect, maybe from a ColourPop palette. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like ColourPop, of course, because it's a Western brand, has way more, like way more oomph to the color than this one has. And again, we don't care about the lid because we will play a little bit with other colors. I'm just cleaning up this one, and we will use, and this one is beige, which is not a beige shade, this shade here, which is a buttermilk yellow. Just saying, beige Sure. We will pull beige and put that in the inner corner of the look, and then like place this together with the green shade. Again, softer than you expect. I feel like for these colors, because again they are a little bit softer, I would probably place maybe white primer underneath, just saying. Before we go to shimmer, I do want to add a little bit of color underneath my lower lash line, so let's try that as well. Let's do raspberry and tangerine, which raspberry and then tangerine is this one on the lower lash line, and see how they blend in with the other colors and how pigmented these are. I'm not, and again, I don't expect to have like extreme color payoff. Again, this is still an Asian beauty brand, but this one is looking like, listen, raspberry is not a bad shade. And again, I was not expecting that any of these shades were like not great, not pigmented or something like this. So let's do tangerine, which I mean, yeah, again, definitely not as like deep as they show in the like pan, but I feel like if you know that is like great, you know what I mean, then I feel I can work with that, just saying. I will blend this out with itself and then we will be right back for some shimmers. We do have 5 different shimmer shades. 2 of them are more of a like deeper shimmer, which are these 2. This is number 5 and 6 by the MAFFICK. These technically are all highlighting shades. Not sure how that works out in the end. And then we do have 3 more of a multi-chrome whitish kind of thing. So let's swatch all these and see what we're using for the look. Let's do number 5. This is way more settled than I thought it would be, to be honest. It looks also way kind of flakier. This is seeming like a, I would say a normal, like there is a top coat on top of these. Can you tell? Like there is a top coat, and then in the middle where I swatched it, like the shimmer is gone. Interesting. Okay, this is number 5, and this, now you can see. This is like a black base, and then we do have like the more greenish kind of a shimmer, and this also like some blue shimmer. To be honest, a little bit disappointed. I was like a little bit more of like, this is number 6, you can tell. Oh, that is kind of pretty though. Like look at this, but you can see like the shimmer is gone from that. When you swatch it, it's kind of interesting. You can see the black base for like number 5 here in that, and then here you can see both of them are black base, and then when you like lift it in the right angle, this is like a more purpley shade. It also has some gold reflects. I would say a little bit of pink as well. I think for this look I would definitely go with this one and put a little bit on, and then we go to the lighter shades as well. I did spray that just in case, so it's not flaking down. Let's see if I can like place that just a little bit. I don't want to deepen up the look too much, because again, the deepest shade, as you already know, like the purple, is not that deep. Can you tell? Like you definitely can tell that this is like a black base kind of a product. Again, not minding it, but I wish, to be honest, that this one was a little bit more like shifty to begin with, just saying. It's not like the baddest problem at all, like you can tell, but that's why I use a 2 mini, just a small brush, so it's not, I don't like use a bigger brush just so I dab it on the edge of the look. So we deepen up a little bit of the look, but we will not like put it broadly over the lid because again, don't want to like muddy it down too much because again, these are black base eyeshadows. So let's swatch the more like lighter shades. We have, I think there were just 3 shades and I do have all of them. Number 1, seemingly a pink, blue, purpley shade. Definitely, again, same effect. We don't have like a base color, but you can see like there is a bluish kind of shift, but I also can see the pink. Then we do have number 2, which is, as you can tell, like more of a pink with a shift to also like a teal and gold. You can see the difference between them. Yes, there is a little bit of the other like deeper tones underneath. You can see the difference in both of them. And we do have number 3, which again is like a pink to a mint. This one is, I feel, in my opinion, just saying, the prettiest. Ooh, this is so gorgeous. Like, look at this. Can you see the difference? Like, this is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. So you see, this is a blue shift, a purpley pinkish shift, and then a more goldish shift. And again, when I look at these, this one is pink, blue, and purple. This one is yellow, pink, as you can tell as well, and also like a little bit of an orangey shift. And this one is like teal, green, and gold. So we have a little bit of a play here. I think we will go in with all 3 of them, to be honest, like because we come from like, I would say from the bluish kind of way to the more pink and then to the gold in the inner corner. At least that's what I'm thinking. Let's try that, to be honest. We'll see if that works. And again, we will spray all of these so they don't have a ton of fallout. We'll start with number 1, which is the more purpley blue kind of a shift. I feel like all of these, again, super sheer, will probably not be like the biggest or baddest thing underneath. And I definitely think I need a little bit more of product, as you can tell. Again, I will spray all of these so they adhere a little bit better, as well as show a little bit more. Like, look at this. They can be layered as well as like sprayed, which is kind of good. So we do have the blue here. Then let's do the number 2 shade. This one, again, more of a pink to a mint. And again, all of these are more sheer. Technically, they are highlighters, just saying. I did spray that though, which I would highly recommend if you don't want to have like a ton of fallout. Still can have fallout, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit better. Again, I feel like these will perform better if you have like a shade underneath it. So it's like peeking through or on top of that. And then we will go in with number 3, which again, my favorite yet. Also, these ones are not as flaky as I know from other like brands that have similar shades, just saying, which can be great, can be not, depending on what you like and prefer. And this one is again the gold green kind of a shade. I thought this would be like best in the inner corners. You see the shift in the like blue, pink, and then in the yellow. Again, we're in studio lighting, so I am not expecting these to reflect all the colors. Again, you would need more light sources for that. I can though see the difference between all 3 shades on my eyes, and I hope you can as well. Again, would perform probably better if we had like a base color underneath, which we don't. So not bad though. Let me finish up. I feel like these were the last like products. I will fix this and finish that, and I'll be right back and we will talk about all the products. this is the finished look. I do enjoy this quite a bit. I used the Cupid's Arrow. This is by Nabla, and this is, I think, Melon. Yes, it is Melon in my waterline. And I used the Allure Topaz 3D Foaming Lashes. I found them on TK Maxx. Not sure if they are still available. This is the finished look. What do you think? Let's talk about all the products in particular. Started with the biggest ones. This is the, again, the Beauty Glazed Spring Favorite eyeshadow palette. This one, I do have to say, I love the color selection. Like, we do have a tons of colors. Again, a rainbow, classic. We don't have like quite neutral shades, like even these like more orangey shades are not quite neutral. I do think these are softer than they appear in the pan. Like, you would think these ones are really, really bright. They are not muted, but they are softer. They are a little bit more sheer. I don't hate this. I feel like the look itself looks really, really gorgeous. Definitely will try a few more shades as well as the shimmers, because of course we did not try the shimmers today. So this one, not bad, not bad. Again, it's nothing compared to like a ColourPop palette or like a Blend Bunny's palette, where this is like 100% pigmented. You get what you see. This is not, but this is also an Asian brand. Keep that in mind. The other shadows are the ones from MAFFICK. We do have to separate, I feel like, in the two different kinds of like products. These two are not technically highlighters. These ones are eyeshadows, and just so you know, you can switch these out. I don't think they are glued like extremely like stable in these kinds of UFOs. You know what I mean? I don't enjoy the packaging, to be honest. I would have loved if they just would be like your typical smaller packaging. Do have to say, both of them, of course, are black-based products. And I feel like you can definitely deepen up the product or the like eyeshadow look with these. Personally, it's just me, I wish that this one would be a little bit more like they look in the lighting. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more of this. I feel like you can't really tell. It's like really black based, and then I know it's black based, but I feel like a little bit more on the color. I would love a little bit more. Personally, I think I won't use them a ton. I'm just telling you that right away. If you love though a black based eyeshadow that like has a little bit of a shift, these can be amazing. I don't think they are as like flaky as I saw in others. So these ones are definitely a little bit more stable, which I do enjoy. And also the shimmer itself was quite pretty. And then we do come to the actual highlighters. Again, by the way, these are around €5, so really, really expensive. And that's why I bought like 7 of these, just saying. These ones are the specific highlighter shades. All of them again looks the same. I think some of it, this one I just like plopped out, was quite easy. Not a ton of glue here, so you can put them in a Z palette or something like this. I'm not sure if they are magnetic, but I mean, some of the Z palettes do have like a thing where you can plop a magnet on, so that's kind of nice. I do think all 3 shades are really pretty. These technically are highlighters, so these don't have like a ton of a base color, and you definitely can tell. I do think all 3 shades are beautiful. I do think all 3 shades are also glittery. At least I can still see the glitter even though I wiped them off. So I think these ones are a little bit more up my speed to like additionally on my eye look than the others. I feel like I will grab these ones more often than the other ones. Let's come to face products. I absolutely love I was like, did I like put it? No, I absolutely love the MISSHA BB-Crème. This is gorgeous. First of all, shade match 100%. I love it. I was a little bit torn because I was like, is it light enough? Is it like neutral enough? And I feel like it's perfect. Perfect. It also looks like skin. So pretty. Definitely high ranking. Beautiful. I do enjoy the blush as well as the other blush. I do enjoy both of these blushes. Beautiful. I think again this one is looking way more neutral than it actually is. It is beautiful though, and I do enjoy this one. Same goes, by the way. Both of them have a little bit more of a warm undertone than they appear. I love both of them. Really gorgeous. I do enjoy the FOCALLURE contour. This is not a contour though. If you purchase that and you're like, oh my god, maybe this is way more warm toned than I would liked. Is this a gorgeous bronzer though? Yes, it is. I feel like this is a great bronzer even for my skin tone. So if you are in search of a good like contour, go maybe with the Judy doll, which I absolutely love, and as you can tell and saw in when I showed it to you, I use this every single day. Also, it's in my 25 and 25, but I loved it beforehand, so it's not like thing. I do think this is again a beautiful bronzing shade. I do think this could be gorgeous, so I definitely will keep this, and like I like it a lot. I just don't think this is a contour. This definitely is a bronzer. Just have hands up. Let's go with both highlighters. Listen, I do have to try this more. This looked like the epitome of like a balm where you look like you glow from within, or you have like sweat, like a good sweat on your skin. This is like the epitome of like really this glow from within, like glossy highlighter. This one again does not disrupt the blush a lot or a ton, which I do enjoy and prefer. I do think though this one should have been a little bit more pigmented. Again, I thought it would be a little bit more pigmented. Do I mind? No. Do I enjoy this more than the other two I've tried? Yes. So just have that in mind. Again, I will try this more, and as you can tell, it definitely picked up some of the foundation. This is like normal, and this is or the blush. I definitely will try this more and see if it is like as good as I think, if I can use it on top of maybe a powder as well. So far I do enjoy it. We'll see. And then we do have again the original artist highlighter. This is again in 01. I think this is gorgeous. Is it a little bit? No, I think if you like sheer it out, again, if you use this a little bit more sparingly, a little bit with a I do have glitter everywhere, you can't tell. I think if you use this with a less dense brush, this can be beautiful even if you have more warm undertones. I think though, if you want more warm tones, go with the gold shade. I think the gold shade was also not that like that deep, just saying. And again, there was another shade as well. I think in general though, I do need to watch a little bit more what I like. Can you tell? Like it's a little bit more frosty, but it's not too frosty if you sheer it out. See that? If you sheer that a little bit out, it's like a beautiful shade. I do like it. Again, packaging 100 out of 10. It's beautiful, and it has a line hand in here, which I mean, just saying. Let's come to the lip product. Listen, I feel like the fail of this is definitely this one, and I'm so sorry because I absolutely love like the keychain aspect of this. I would definitely like put that away, but I feel like in general I do. Listen, this is a lip stain, and I feel like if I wouldn't have like dry lips, maybe I would enjoy this more, but I don't. Listen, I don't. I do have dry lips. I do have a ton of that. If I like clip that on my keychain or bring that in my purse or something like this, I feel like this one will probably be clinging. You know what I mean? And as you can tell, this was clinging, and it also didn't give like moisture or something like this. For me, this is a skip. Again, not my favorite. Will I use this still? Yes. Will I put that on my keychain? Yes, without the like ugly like bell and so on. I think that could be good, like if you are in a rush and you're like, oh my god, I need a lip stain. But I do have other lip stains I like more that give off more moisture. So for me, this one is the only product I just did not enjoy the most in this whole thing. So this one, and I do have other products by Gege Bear, which I do love more. So this one, no. The others, yes. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, subscribe to this channel. I upload normally 3 times a week. And I would love to have you in my small little YouTube family. And I wish you a beautiful week. And we see us in my next video. So bye guys.